Well, hey everybody, we're like strangers.
Yeah.
And
We got a bunch of questions from you guys all around the world. I mean, Germany, Spain, Calgary.
Crazy.
It's amazing.
so we're going to answer some questions for you. First question from AT in Germany. She wants to know, how did you decide who will be the lead singer for each song? I noticed that Clint is the lead singer most of the time, despite Bob's voice also being nice.
Well, that's a good question. It's we don't really look at it as there's a lead singer. It's our harmonies blend better this way as of now. Who knows what we might be doing in the future. I might take the high harmony, you might take the lead stuff, but we basically sing from start to finish both. As we each do
Yeah,
it. So
it's just a tone thing, and it's the way it works for us.
Sounds the best right now, but it's a good question.
Thank you.
The second question is from Abigail Martin. She's 21 from Los Angeles. How did you guys celebrate your 21st birthday?
Where were we when we were 21? I think it was in Thailand. I think we were talking about that the other day. I think we went to a Mexican restaurant
And drank a lot of Tiger beer.
Yeah.
Drank a lot of Tiger beer. Yeah.
Probably nothing too fancy, nothing too big.
Yeah. And we were already legal to drink.
Yeah.
In Canada, we're 18, so it wasn't anything too special.
All right. Thank you, Abigail. Mandy Stewart from Calgary. This is our old stomping grounds. If you had to choose a quote or a line to describe what motivates you day to day, what would it be? You want to start that, Clint?
Good to choose a quote or line. Describes you. We should have planned for that question.
I would say, just for me, what was it? If you're not, like to dream. If you're not dreaming, you're not alive. I don't know if that's a quote.
That might be a quote you just made.
That I just made up, but I just feel like you should dream. Never stop dreaming. Always believe in the dream.
Always, you did 2 quotes there. That's
yeah,
great.
Man.
I live by those quotes.
Believe in the dream.
Thank you for that question. The next one is from Mana. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. From Alaska. Wow. Will Wide-Eyed and Lovely be on the new album? It won't be. We always liked that song. We actually wrote that song with Scott, our older brother. And it's not that we don't like that song anymore. We just sort of have a bunch of we write probably 300 songs a year, so it's always new songs that we're liking every time. They always are changing. So
sometimes we go back to older songs, but it might be a record or 2 down the road.
Maybe we might go back.
Who knows?
If you guys send enough requests that you like that song, we might have to reconsider. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, Jordan Martinez from Oregon. What position do you guys play in your hockey league? This is a good question. Thank you.
This is a fun question. Yeah.
I'm usually left wing. I'm a left-hand shooter, so I like coming down the left wing, so I can feed it to Clint, or I think Clint trades off between.
I trade between center and right wing. We play on the same line. It doesn't really matter where we play on the ice as long as we're out there together, because we have some serious chemistry. And
yeah. Right now we're doing quite well. We're
top 5 in
the league. So
we're having success in our hockey world. So hopefully that can translate into our music world pretty soon.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
We're like, it's like Wayne's World. Thank you. Okay, this is from Dave Nakins. Question: would you consider writing a book along with Scott and Dave, depicting your lives not only from the time that you were the Moffats, but from when you started performing to where all 4 of you are now? Well, I don't know if we'd have to write a book. Our dad kind of wrote a book, basically incorporating a lot of that in it. It's called Your Second 50. And but I don't know. Maybe we might have to write something eventually.
I think maybe later on down the road, once we maybe, we're continuing with the music. I think we're still, building on that. So it's, I think once we have there comes a time where we want to write it all down. I mean, maybe we will, but it'd be fun. It'd be fun to
It would be fun to go back
get together and all sit down and write a book.
Yeah.
How do you say that?
This is Tania Anak 10 from Kuching, Sarawak, Malaysia.
Have you any advice on writing a good song, and how do you copyright it?
Well, I mean, it's hard to know if you ever write a good song. You know, that's all left up to your own interpretation of what a good song is. You know, what our opinion of a good song might be a terrible song to a lot of people. So, you know, I think the only advice you can have is, you know, believe in yourself. You know, your instinct is good. You know, and that's just what it is. Whatever anybody writes is good.
Right from the heart.
Right from the heart.
Always right from the heart.
And don't worry about what other people think. You know, just as long as you like it.
And a copyright.
Yeah.
You just want to register your songs. There's a bunch of song companies out there, ASCAP, BMI. You know, there's a few. If you're in Canada, SOCAN. You want to register your songs. If you don't have, if you're not affiliated with a song company, a song register company, you can do it the poor man's way, which isn't really a poor man's way, but you just, you know, you put your lyrics in a copy of your music in an envelope, and you mail it back to yourself with the date.
And you seal it. You don't open it up, and then that means that it's sealed to that date.
So you have copyright there.
So anybody tries to rip you off, you know, they know that it was
pull out that envelope
before. Cool question. This one is from Megs Bailey, and I believe was a winner of a contest.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, she's from Ottawa, and the question is, what do you like most about writing and playing country music again? Bob, what made you decide to pick up the guitar? Dare we hope that it means you'll start singing lead more?
You can answer the first part.
Well, we've always liked country music, you know, and we were living in Thailand at the time, and just sort of wanted to come back, you know, and start working on music. We felt like we had a long enough break, and the stuff that we were doing before, you know, was sort of just a lot of fun, and we kind of wanted to start, you know, honing in our craft of songwriting, and we learned how to write songs in Nashville, so we actually just kind of wanted to come back and learn from the best, and also spend time with our mom, who we hadn't seen in a while, and through that we just sort of kind of got onto something that has stuck, and we're really enjoying it, having a lot of fun doing it, and you know, hopefully a lot of people like what we're doing.
Yeah,
we'll see.
And for the question about deciding to pick up a guitar, I think it's probably just, you know, for writing. I mean, I'm completely a rhythm player. I don't play any lead stuff really. Clint does more of that stuff, but just picked it up to try to become a better songwriter and be able to develop my songwriting, and so we could do what we're doing right now. And I think that being a duo and taking on a different role with this band. You know, I'm not the drummer anymore. I still like to play, but I wanted to be up there with Clint and have that sound happen. So it kind of needed to happen.
And again, with the singing lead more, you know, it's we really look at it as there's not really there's not a lead singer. I mean, listen back to the old Everly Brother records, and the high harmony was just as much of a lead as the main melody. So you know, that's sort of how that's what our sound kind of is.
Mm-hmm.